Rumble, Featherweight, A True Friend by Swedish Devil. Featherweight moved to Ponyville from Maidhaven with his parents. At first he had a very hard time to get any friends, but after some time he became friends with Sweetie Belle, Apple Bloom, and even Peepsqueak. And just shortly, he even became friends with Rumble. Since Rumble and Peepsqueak had something in common with Featherweight, they all had one thing in common. Rumble moved to Ponyville from Cloudsdale after his parents passed away, since now he is raised by his older brother Thunderlane. And Peepsqueak was moved to Ponyville from Trottingham 2 years earlier. So they had something in common, but even then, he was very much shy. He couldn't even spend any time with his friends. He wanted to be with his friends, but for the most part, he was very shy. Even when they asked him if they could play some games, but he often said, "No, I can't. I'm sorry, I have things to do at home." Even his parents was a little bit getting worried that he even spent any time with his friends. They tried to make him to spend at least some time, but the only time he spent with his friends was actually at school. And one day when he actually came to school, he saw Diamantera and Silverspoon. At first he thought they could be some good friends, but when he was trying to talk to them, he was immediately stopped by Sweetie Belle and Peepsqueak. "Don't bother to talk to them, Featherweight," said Sweetie Belle. "Why not?" "They always been bullying others. They are not good friends." Peepsqueak can confirm that. "Yeah, it is true. After I moved here, they started bullying me, calling me names that I was too squeaky, and they call me, 'Oh, here comes Squeaky, Squeaky, here's Squeaky, Squeaky.' So I stopped talking to them, and then just ignored them, and then they stopped. So my advice to you, Featherweight, please avoid all talk to them. They will be just bullying you. They will." "Are you sure about that?" "Yeah. Even Apple Bloom can say that for sure," said Sweetie Belle. "Alright then, I will avoid them." So even he's trying to be friends with, he wanted to be friends with everyone in that school. But even he wants to listen to his friend's advice, but at the same time, he just wonder, is that just another lie or something? But even then, the most part of his want to be friends with every pony in school. Even his then after school, he always went straight home. Even his parents at home with them. His parents started to get worried and considered maybe started to get it was a good idea to move to Pony. But Featherweight knows how it feels to be bullied, because he was bullied at least twice before he moved from Maidhaven to Pony. But that was not the reason why he moved, because his father wanted, and his parents had been talking to live in a smaller community in more common region part of Equestria. And they've been heard that Ponyville was a great place to live. It was a small town, and they had also become an opportunity to start working at the local construction work, since his father is working within the construction business. So Featherweight wanted to live there. And since he had a few friends now, but one day he actually met Diamantera at school. He was actually wanted to talk to her, but at first he remembered what his friends told him. But he did actually walk up to to Diamond to try to talk to her, and Silver Spoon, they just looked at him and just ignored and walked away. So he thought, did he do something wrong? Said something getting wrong? But he didn't want to make any pretension to be not as a friend. But he wanted to be friend with them as well. He tried anything to at least walk up to them, talk to them, trying to be friendly, but they just always ignoring him. So he stopped, at least tried to stop talk to them afterwards. And just shortly after that, he get moved to Ponyville and get other friends. Life started to get well for him, and everything seems to be went well. Everything was just going perfectly at school. His grade was getting up, and he was started meeting some new friends, and he was doing more confident to spend time with his friends. But one day, during at school, during recess, Diamond and Silver Spoon walked up to him. One was sitting there, and they actually asked him to make if they could help them with their math problems at homework. And he said that he could, but they even told him that he can do the math for them and give them back to him, but he promised that he can come to Diamond Tiara's mansion to swim in her new swimming pool. And he asked if he could bring some friends like Sweetabelle, Rumble, and Peepsqueak, and they said, sure, you can bring them. So the next day, the same night, he actually spent 2 to 3 hours to make his homework, to spend on Diamond Tiara's homework and Silver Spoon's homework. And the next day, when he was finished, he gave them the papers and hoped that they could hold their promise, but didn't know. They said that they would even let it a blank flank to be at her mansion. So he later was heartbroken and even realized that Rumble was telling the truth of all about what the Diamond Tiara did, and at first he didn't want to know if he was going to tell any other ponies about this, like Miss Shirley or Rumble or any of his friends about this. He was confused of it to tell if he should tell it. So during the math class, after it in school, he was still confused if he would ever tell any other friends about this. He wanted to tell, at least just scream out what he had about his friends had been telling him, but at the same time he was still confused to even let this happen. But he couldn't even trust any other pony except from Rumble and Peepsqueak and Apple Bloom and Sweetabelle. But he can't even tell any other ponies about this. He was thinking, should he tell some pony about this, but who? During the day when he was still going in class, seeing that Miss Shirley was sharing out those math homeworks and giving almost everyone like an A or a B or a C, but he was given an A, and when he heard that Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon was given an A, he felt that like a stone was thrown inside his heart. He just wanted to just stand up and tell the truth. But when he looked at Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon just smiled evil at him, and then he realized, even he did stand up and tell the truth, they would just lie and say that they were just saying, well, he forced us to make this homework for us. And he realized that might be a possibility to happen. So he decided not to do it. So, what did he do? After school, he was waiting for Rumble because he was the only pony who told him the truth about Diamond Terra and Silver Spoon. After Diamond Terra and Silver Spoon had left the school, he met up with Rumble afterwards. Rumble, can I talk to you? Yeah, sure, Riz. You told me about Silver Spoon and Diamond Terra that they didn't even want to spend any time with us, yeah? You were right. They lied to me. What do you mean? Featherweight was quiet at first. They promised me that I could come to Diamond Terra's mansion to they bring me some friends to swim in her swimming pool if I did her and Silver Spoon's math homework. Are you serious that you even did that? Did you even consider they were just lying to you? No, I thought they were trying to be friends. But just this morning when I gave them the homework, they just then told me everything was a lie. You have to tell Miss Shirley about this. I can't. You have to. What else would they want to do to make you to do the homeworks again if they promise to say that that is a good, not a lie? They've been lying to other our friends for months, for at least a year or so. Then Featherweight realized that Rumble was telling the truth. So just before Miss Shirley closed the door to close the school for the day, they actually went in to talk to her. And when Featherweight told Miss Shirley what has happened, at first she didn't even expect that was even a lie, but since Rumble has always been telling the truth in class and being honest to Miss Shirley and his friends and always telling the truth, she actually told Featherweight that he was honest and she will look up to it. And already next day, Featherweight heard that Miss Shirley held a meeting with Silverspoon and Daniel Theodore's parents about this, that they made him to make their homework. What afterwards were they getting told? Diamond Terra, Silverspoon was actually giving curfew and even was grounded for 6 months afterwards. And afterwards, they stopped bullying Featherweight and every pony else in the school. And that's how Featherweight and Rumble became trusted good friends. And true friends at all. The end.